What is up, guys? Digitalnex, and before we start today's video, make sure you follow me on all my socials, whether that be my Instagram, Twitter, or my Twitch, and let's jump into this animated story.
It's hard to pinpoint exactly when my parents knew that I was special. It could be when I said my first word at 5 months old, when I started reading by the time I was 3, or when I solved a Rubik's Cube at 4 in less than 30 seconds.
You think you're special because you could solve a Rubik's Cube? So what? You ain't that cool? Not because I still haven't solved one, but whatever. No big deal.
My father was a famous actor who starred in a ton of action movies. He fell in love with my mother, a jewelry designer. She designed the engagement ring he intended to give to another woman, but he broke off that relationship to be with my mother.
She's like, I didn't make this for me. You think I want this one? I can make a better one. Your father's a famous actor, huh? I'm sure.
Daddy, I need to pee.
You can only go after you tell everyone who the 5th, 16th, 25th, and 40th presidents were.
James Monroe, Abraham Lincoln, William McKinley, and then I peed.
Bro. Alright, come on, bruh. What are you doing? You're embarrassing me. You embarrassed yourself today. Never again.
My mother finally had enough and divorced him, taking me back to her hometown. I would love to say things got better there, but believe it or not, they only got worse. Like, a lot worse. My mom opened a jewelry store, which took up all of her time. So she got me a nanny who had a daughter named Scarlett.
My mom decided to work to support us as a single mother, and surprise, surprise, took up all her time. Who knew? And left the little old me at home.
You an idea of how dumb she was? When her mom told her that carrots helped her see in the dark, she went outside at night and tried to use one as a flashlight. Scarlett didn't like that I was so much smarter than her.
That's actually pretty dumb. Oh. I don't know what I would do if my child did that. I'd be like, no, stupid. You have to eat it. And then you get night vision. Obviously, that's how it works. Idiot. Gosh.
My mom put me in kindergarten, but it was way too easy for me. While the other kids were playing with finger paint, I was doing math equations. As much as I hated being in school, I hated being home.
I'm tired of watching people more talented than me, you know? When am I gonna watch someone dumber than me, man? I feel like I can relate to her sister.
One thing that Scarlett was good at, besides bullying, was acting. Never! It really hurts my feelings when Katie says these things. Scarlett could cry on command. I mean, like, full-on sobbing. Mom, she's...
Mom, come on. You don't believe a crybaby over there? You're gonna believe the smart girl right here. Remember, I'm smart. Oh, you could tell your mom, be like, Mom, what purpose do I have of making this up? Like, what does this get me for lying to you? I'm just telling you what she did. I'm not trying to, like, get something.
Second my mom was gone, my book was in the toilet. And just when I thought things couldn't get any worse, they did. The school's principal skipped me to the 3rd grade. Guess with who? You've got it. Freaking Scarlett.
Isn't that what you wanted? What are you complaining about? You just said kindergarten was too easy. You weren't eating glue like the rest of us, so clearly you wanted to skip some grades.
I got to high school, I was too old to have a nanny, so my mom hired Scarlett's mother to help her run her jewelry store and let them stay in our house because she felt like they were family now.
Poor people are staying with us, man. Just, you know, sometimes you gotta be screaming. Sometimes you just be hurting so much that you just go, you know, have you ever?
One night, I sat out in the backyard crying. I just wanted to be normal and with kids my own age. Then, through the guest house window, I saw something unbelievable. Scarlett was watching Mean Girls and acting out the part. It was actually really good. But then she turned and looked right at me.
Oh no! She caught me creeping!
To my room. I was up all night, terrified about what Scarlett was going to do
Did you not lock
to me.
the door?
The next day at school, Scarlett just stared non-stop at me in our first period class. As soon as the bell rang, I sprinted out of the classroom and hid in the janitor's closet.
This is my closet.
This room's already occupied. I was hiding in here already, so if you could, like, excuse me, what are you doing inside my room?
His clothes were too big, and he had like 20 earrings. He was Wesley, the school weirdo. The rumor was that his family was homeless. I can't leave.
Yeah, Scarlett, right?
Yeah, I think she may actually kill me.
She's just a sad girl.
Oh yeah, it's Wesley. Not only is he the school weirdo, he's the most handsome dude here. Crazy how that just works out. You know, I remember back when I was in high school and I was getting picked on and I decided I was gonna go hide in the janitor closet, and then the school weirdo was there. Jessica. Yeah, she was like the super weird girl, but she also was like the most beautiful girl alive. It was crazy. Yeah. you know.
I'm Katie, by the way.
Yeah, I know. I'm a pretty good observer.
Just with that, Wesley and I became best friends. I felt like a total jerk. I always thought he was just a weirdo, but he was the first person who actually understood me. For the next few weeks, Wesley...
Wow, he was the only person that understood what I was going through, you know? He too just wanted to live a normal life because everyone in high school doesn't want that. They just want to be weirdos.
For a while, things were looking up. And then one night, something incredible happened. I received a letter from one of the top universities in the country. They wanted me to attend next year. And we're...
Let me guess. You got accepted into a university and you're like, dang, I can't wait to go here, but oh no, I can't afford it. Don't you think if the university wanted you to go there, they'd pay for you to go there? And there's no way I would ever think that your mom would be like, what reasonable person says, oh man, one of my children got accepted into this university, full ride, I don't have to worry about them, but oh no, I don't want them to leave the other one behind. I'd be like, get smarter, stupid.
I would finally be rid of Scarlet for good. I couldn't wipe the smile off my face. I wanted to celebrate, but Wesley would never meet me outside of school. Tracked down his address online and went there. I figured we would pull up to a homeless shelter, but we turned into the driveway of the biggest mansion I had ever seen.
Another rich person avoiding their rich people problems. Am I right, you guys? Gosh.
Whatever you're selling, we don't want any. Oh, I'm not selling anything. I'm here to see Wesley. Does he live here? Hey, loser! Someone is actually here to see you. What do you want with my loser brother? Oh, you're Alice, Wesley's demon sister.
Katie, what are you doing here?
Oh, Katie, what are you doing here? I never gave you my address. That's kind of a weird... How did you know where I lived? Don't come here again. Don't talk to me ever again, you weirdo.
Wesley took me to his room, which was filled with books and other cool things. He even had a VR experience, and we got to dive in the deep sea with sharks, whales, and all kinds of marine animals. It was giant squid. The game got too real.
Okay, well, that VR sounds a little bit more realistic. I don't know if I can afford that one. That actually dunks you into the ocean.
Wrenched us from top to bottom. We took off our visors, and there was Alice, holding a huge bucket of water and laughing her head off.
Alice!
Bathroom, I looked at Wesley angrily. How can Scarlet and Alice be so hateful? What is wrong?
Gosh, how could people be so gosh darn mean in this perfect world we live in? I just can't wrap my head around how someone could be so cruel. Well, heck, you know? Gee willikers, there's a lot of gosh darn evil in the world. Am I right, Wesley?
Scarlet hadn't forgotten about me spying on her. She was like a snake, just waiting for the right opportunity to strike. And on the morning of the big interview at my house, she found it.
Well, Katie, we feel that you will be a perfect addition to our university.
You're supposed to be smart. I think any smart person would be like, hi, listen, before we start today's interview, since you wanted to do it at my house, I have to let you know that my sister, she's very cruel. She might try to interrupt the meeting. I just want to I want to apologize ahead of time. We can definitely reschedule this and go somewhere where she's not going to be next time, but I just want to let you know if we continue this meeting here, she's probably going to try to ruin it in some way, so don't let her actions reflect my values or my actions as well. She does not represent me. She never has, and yeah, so. And there you go. Like, I don't understand how you claim to be so smart, yet you can't make these simple decisions or simple, like, choices.
For you.
Oh, Katie! Just as the recruiter was about to make me the offer, Scarlet walked in. My entire body froze. Oh, sorry. Is this a bad time? I'm Scarlet, Katie's bestie. Hi, bestie. Can you please come back later? I would, but I have my math test.
See, I told you. The recruiter, if you would have just done what I said, and I'm not a smart man, if you would have just done what I said, the guy would have known, and he would have been like, oh, okay. I see now. I see what you're talking about earlier.
Pays you to give her the answers to your tests?
That's not true. She's lying.
Okay, I think we are done here.
Please, don't listen to her. I've never cheated in my life. Me neither. And that was the end of it. Scarlet won.
That college recruiter's dumb. I wouldn't go to that college then. I'd be like, dang, if that was enough to, like, convince him, then I probably shouldn't go to that college.
You are a horrible, horrible human being. In fact, I wouldn't even call you human. Next morning, as I was going to my locker, a crowd was around someone. Wesley walked up to me, and he looked as depressed as I was.
Did you see? We have a new student.
Again, why are these super rich kids going to public school? Anyway, I'm like, great. Now we're both gonna be miserable at school.
Oh, we're going to have a lot of fun here together. Now you can't avoid me. Alice laughed like a true Disney villain and left with her new group of followers.
I guess I'll just have to wait for her to add this school to her expulsion collection.
You know what? No, I've had enough of these bullies.
You know, me too. It's time for you just to sock one of them and be done with it. I don't know what to tell you. I've done that. Someone was constantly picking on me. You know what I did? I just gave him a good sock to the, just gave him a good punch to the face, and that was it. You know, that's all you gotta do sometimes. And then they'll be like, I'll leave you alone for now.
We may not be able to change them, but we maybe can redirect their hate. I told Wesley the rest of my plan, and he agreed to join me. We were going to make our bullies mortal enemies. First of all, we sent a little welcome.
I mean, I guess that works because, you know, you could do that too. I'm still in favor of just punching both of them. But, you know, turning anger on them, one of them's pretty dumb, so you could make the plan work.
It certainly had a memorable fragrance. Alice put it on and immediately realized it was not her favorite Da Vinci. Yuck! Ugh, this smells like skunk! Actually, it was a nasty mix of fermented anchovies, spoiled cheese.
You could do that too. That is actually a good plan. I wouldn't have thought of that, you know? Like I said, I just would have punched them, but go on. You do you be smart about it.
Printed a fake version of the school newspaper, which Alice had just begun to run, and in a very special edition, we crowned Scarlet as the champion of, well, everything on the worst list. From fashion disasters to bad hair days, makeup mishaps, terrible classmates.
You know, I'm all for teaching the bullies, you know, a lesson. Please don't be like, oh man, maybe we should come clean. I feel bad. Look at them. They're miserable. They don't deserve it. No. If you're gonna do this, you stick with it all the way because it's what they deserve.
They met in the middle of the hallway. The tension was so intense that it felt like a Dragon Ball Z battle. This is war! And thus the war began. And believe me, they pulled out their heavy weapons. Their pranks were...
It sounds like we got ourselves a good old-fashioned prank war, you know? Prank versus prank, girl versus girl.
Vandalizing Alice's Barbie car and brace for impact, painting it black. No! That's not even a real color! Alice carried out her revenge following the old rules of the glitter warfare. She had a...
God, glitter gets everywhere. I think I'd be pretty mad if someone glitter bombed me. That's good. I'd be mad. I'd be like, ooh!
And how could we forget the time that Scarlet locked Alice in the bath with a little mouse? Next level torture right there. Of course, like top-tier bullies, they occasionally ditched their sophisticated tactics for some classic down and dirty.
The mouse would have got me. I would have been like, okay, that's it. I'm actually hitting someone. I don't mess with mice. I don't like mice. I don't mess with hamsters, gerbils, whatever. No.
When it seemed that this beautiful war would continue for generations, Alice delivered a precise and lethal blow. Somehow she got her hands on a video of Scarlet performing in the toilet, just as I had seen her months before.
That really bother you? Someone like... People care too much what other people think about them, especially in high school, you guys. I'm telling you, I am telling you. You are not going to hang out with everyone from your high school when you graduate. Unless you graduate high school and decide, I'm gonna stalk everyone and continue to be a part of their lives, then yeah, you'll still see everyone. But other than that, you're just not gonna hang out with everyone in high school. So don't care what other people think, you know? If everyone thought you were a weird loser in high school, they're not gonna think about that. They're not gonna think that of you in college, especially if you go to a college out of state where you could start over. No one's gonna care.
When I got home, Scarlet was still crying, and the waterfalls didn't slow down for days. She even stopped going to school because she was so embarrassed. I had finally beaten my bully, but...
Bro, I got pantsed in front of the entire PE class, you know? They saw everything, and I still went back to school. So when I tell you, you got nothing to be embarrassed about, I'm telling you, you have nothing to be embarrassed about. You can go back to school. People will forget because other stuff will happen.
I felt sorry for her and so very guilty. Not because she didn't have it coming. She had it coming. Oh boy, did she have it coming. Still, the feeling of being the one causing her tears felt horrible.
Really? You recorded the video and posted it on the school website so everyone could see? You did that personally? Or did another mean person do it? Or are you just crying and feeling guilty about the fact that you made two really bad, crappy people go against each other? Because I wouldn't feel bad about that.
So I decided to come clean and face the consequences of my actions. Scarlet, go away! The scream was frightening enough to give me second thoughts about confessing, but I carried on.
You did not have to confess to her. You could have just simply been like, hey, listen, I'm sorry for what's been going on. I can understand it'd be tough. And you just tell her, give her positive affirmations and be done with it. You do not need to confess.
I opened my eyes and looked at Scarlet. Aren't you gonna murder me? I should, but I kind of get why you did it. It's not fun at all to be on the receiving receiving end. No, it isn't. I guess what I'm trying to say is, you know what it is. Don't make me say it. Yeah, I know. I think you have a real talent as an actress. You think so?
I have said liars make the best actors. You've been lying for years and been fooling all of us, you know? I truly believe you're a good actress.
Place. Scarlett and I went in for a hug. However, just as we were about to make it happen, nope, that's too much. You did ruin my life. And you ruined my future. Call it even. Sure. The following weeks were pretty good, actually. Scarlett called the college recruiter and explained everything.
Scarlett had to call the college recruiter because he was just too much of an idiot to kind of figure out that she was messing with him, and he decided just to believe her for some odd reason. Yeah, I know, really weird, and I feel kind of dumb now that I chose that college to go to, especially with such a dumb recruiter.
I showed the tape of Scarlett acting to my dad, and he got her a small role in his next movie. By now, Alice had assembled an army of plastic girls and drooling boys that would do anything she said.
Until one day, Wesley had enough and decided he was going to take matters into his own hand. I told you, sweet justice.
Wesley, and acted like she had stumbled, making all her food spill onto him.
See this picture, Alice? It's from when you won your first beauty pageant.
Yes, I look pretty, unlike your dorky face. In a moment of frustration, Wesley tore the picture into pieces. How dare you?
I always missed your younger self.
I hate you. That's pretty much all he said. I'm assuming that's all he's gonna say.
But I guess you chose to be a witch, and I'm done waiting or being patient.
He didn't say
Alice
witch.
tried to push Wesley away, but he held her hand tightly and firmly.
You really thought you're stronger than me, Alice? I never touched you because I respected you as my big sister.
You're hurting me!
I'll hurt you more if you don't back off.
You really thought you were stronger than me, woman? I'm about to give you the best trophy of all, girl. A black eye. And that's how the story ends. Isn't that wonderful, everyone? You guys are absolutely amazing. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure to hit that like button and turn on that little bell for notifications so you know when I go live or I post a new video. And I will see you all in the next one. Bye, guys.